ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. Check. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairin', gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops, then find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow, who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. The Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase. Yeah. Bubba C. Yeah. Ric Flairin' on him. Ric Flairin' on him. Ric Flairin' on him. Ric Flairin' son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty. Listen, back in the building. again, as you know how we do Saturday, and we gonna get into this Colorado spring game, okay? We gonna get to the Colorado spring game a little bit. I'm gonna give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. You already know how I do. And if you are from the Caucasus Mountains and you are new to the channel, if you don't like nothing I say, you can always
Unfollow me. If I make you feel some type of way, unfollow me. If low key you just hit a hey,
you can always unfollow me. Okay, this channel, I usually do a lot of HBCUs, but you know, since Prime has gone to the Caucasus Mountains up yonder, we are going to talk about it. And listen, if HBCU game day can have segments of Colorado, so shall I. And if you miss the spring game, you miss Colorado coming out to the new theme song. Oh, you missed it. It was a good one. It was a doozy. Oh, it was a doozy. 40,000 Mayo in unison, in one accord. Ain't that how it go, Mike? Ain't that how it go, Mike? 40,000 in unison, on one accord. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. Lord have mercy. I feel like I'm static. Am I static? I am static. See how God want to mess with me right now? All right. Oh, here we go. All right, cool. We back. All right, we back. Okay, am I breaking up? Man, see how the devil see what the devil want to do? See how the devil do you? Oh man, see, you know what I'm saying? The devil always trying to come at me when I'm trying to have a good time, man. I'm trying to have a good time, and the devil trying to stop my shine. But it's okay. We gonna keep it rolling anyway. All right, well, you good? I'm good. All right, cool. We good. Because I'm seeing myself on 2, and I'm seeing like I'm staticing or whatever. But anyway, so if you miss it, we gonna get right to it. So it ain't gonna be long. You already know how it is. I'm gonna keep you for a short time, not a long time. We're gonna have a good time. All right. So we gonna talk about the spring game review, the good, bad, and the ugly. Now let me start off with the good, of course. Right, the good of the spring game. I like this kid, okay? Now, his name is black as it's ever gonna be, okay? Now, listen, when black people start naming their kids, they really be naming their kids, okay? This kid's name is Montana Lamonius Craig. Now, he sound mixed, like his mama might be white, but his daddy might be black, and that's how you get Lamonius, or Lamonis. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibes it's giving me. Okay, it's giving me mixed parents. Okay, Montana Lamonius Craig is giving me mixed parents. Cause if it was 2 black parents, it would be like Montanius Lamonius Craig. You feel me? You feel me? That's where it would be at. So it's giving me mixed parents. But anytime, I don't think many black people are going to name. Well, black people be naming their kids China and London and all that stuff. So maybe. But anyway, I like this kid. I think this kid has a future, like legit. I think he's a great receiver. Now, I don't believe he is I don't think he's freaking Marvin Harrison Jr., but I do think he can be drafted. I think he's a draftable receiver. Just from the short time that I've seen him and I saw him, I love he catches with his hands. He has great body control. Comes back to the ball. Tough guy when the ball's in his hands. I like him. I want to see him what he looks like when can he got some wiggle? Can he get somebody stiffy and keep it moving? But I really do like this kid. I really do. I think they got a gem in this kid. And if he does go into the portal, I see a team, Power 5, picking him up. He is good. Okay. He is legit. Now, some other notables. I like the backup Ryan Staub. I like the guy Ryan's. Yes, I'm still doing the Grambling review. I'm gonna knock this one out. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna come back on, and I'm gonna do Grambling before the fight. Okay, I'm gonna do Grambling before the fight. All right, so I wanted to do this. I'm gonna knock that out. All right, I like Ryan Staub. He's a freshman, came in early. I think he has a really good shot at running this offense really well. If something happens to Shedeur, or if when Shedeur graduates, he steps up into that role. If Deion stays or doesn't stay, but I do like Ryan. I like Ryan Staub. He looks really good. And the running back Edwards, I think he looked really good as well. Number 10, really explosive, real short, compact guy, not really big, kind of like a scat back type of feel. I don't really think you will run him in between the tackles too often. Maybe jet sweeps, maybe some flare routes, maybe some whip routes. You want to get him in space because the more you get him in space, the more you can see his speed and his explosiveness. So definitely liked him. Now, I know a lot of people are like, yo, Scotty, why don't you have Shedeur up here? Well, listen. Shedeur is Mr. Reliable, okay? You know what you're going to get from Shedeur, but this is my caveat to Shedeur. I couldn't really give Shedeur too much credit because the defense didn't look that good. Okay? I know he was going against the twos, but the defense didn't look that good, so how can I give you a lot of credit? I mean, like him and Travis Hunter first touchdown, literally nobody covered Travis Hunter. The safety is communicating with the other safety, and he literally leaves Travis Hunter uncovered in the slot. I'm like, yo, you're smoking crack. So it was just simple stuff like that. It didn't make Shedeur look like he was having to try. You know what I'm saying? It didn't look like Shedeur was really having to try and make decisions. So that's why I didn't really give it too much on that. So he wasn't bad by any stretch of the means. I'm just saying I can't give him too much credit for, chopping up a bad defense. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. All right. The bad. Okay. The bad, in my opinion. And listen, call lines will be open 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. If you want to call in, talk about what you're seeing at the spring game as well. The bad. Listen, I don't give a damn what number you want to call them. First team, second team, third team, they all was trash. It was maybe one player on the defense, and I think his number was 55, and he was on the D-line. He was the only thing that looked halfway decent. But the rest of them Bamas, they scrubs. Okay? They did not look good at all. Okay? Not one bit. First team, second team, third team, none of them looked special. All right? They didn't look. And the thing about a first team is when the first team goes against the second team, you want to see domination, like imposing domination. And I just did not see that from any level of the defense, especially the first team. So my opinion, bad. I'm not getting good vibes. That's all I'm saying. I just didn't think they looked very good. That's just my personal opinion. However you want to see it, that just is what it is. First team, second team, third team, all them Bama's didn't look good to me. Nobody jumped off the screen. I'll make it like that. Nobody jumped off the screen to me and was like, "Oh shoot." Now I think it might have been 44. I thought it was 55. It's somebody on the D line with double-digit number. He kind of was like, "Oh shoot, okay." Like he was always being disruptive. He was always kind of getting the backfield. Other than that, ain't nobody. And you know I love me some Cam. Cam, that's my guy. I love Cam. He just looked like a non-factor. So hopefully, listen, that just is what it is, right? That just is what it is. That's just like I said, once again, this is my personal opinion. If you don't like nothing I say, you can unfollow me.
If I make you feel some type of way,
you can unfollow me. You can stop right now and go home. Okay. You do not got to continue to listen to this. All right. Last but not least, the ugly. Now, before I go here, I want to make something very clear, right? Because a lot of people will say, "Oh, Scotty, you're hating," and all this. But the reason I say this is 5 people text me the same thing without me prompting them and ask me the same question. Scotty, do these Bamas look small? This team looks like a Pop Warner team of Power 5. Everybody text me I got 5 people that text me and said, "Hey, Scotty, does this team look small?" And I'm like, yes, they look hella small. Like they look like a Pop Warner of Power 5. Now, once again, I'm not going to say what Deion, Deion is real good for see me in the fall, right? Catch me in the fall. Wait till I get all my horses in and catch me in the fall. So I'm going to give him that caveat, right? So if you're a Colorado fan out there, or if you're a Prom fan out there, listen, Deion is good for catch me when I get all my horses in, okay? He's good for that. So I won't tell you, I'm not going to tell you to be worried, okay? I'm not going to tell you to be overly worried because Deion's good for bringing an influx of talent in, and you be like, damn, this was not the team I saw in the spring. Ask the SWAC about that 2 years ago. Okay? Okay? So I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Ask the SWAC about that two years ago when he said, see me in the fall, wait till this fall. And when the fall came, damn, it came, and it came hard. No homo, okay? So I'm gonna leave it like that. But right now, the team that we saw in the spring, oh, that's Pop Warner. That is a Pop Warner squad. That can't be what he is bringing into the fall because it is what it is. And I'm going to tell you something else, and people might not disagree or agree. Travis didn't look special to me. Listen, you can say what you want. As my man Kofi, you can say what you want because I'm a mean on. Listen, you can say what you want. All right. Travis does not look special on this level. Now, maybe he'll come around. Maybe he's dealing with something. I just don't know. He just doesn't look it. I'm sorry, guys. Like because maybe it's his frame. Maybe he has to put some muscle on or something. I just don't know what it is to me, but he just doesn't look special right now. Right now. Maybe when the season gets going, he starts making some plays. He starts being next level. He starts looking like the 5-star receiver that he is. But as of right now, he just did not look special to me here. Because if I'm being honest, he started looking more, how do you say, like human, right? He started looking more humanistic as the season went along in the SWAC his freshman year, right? Dealing with Alcorn, even going against North Central. North Carolina Central was not scared of Travis Hunter, right? Alcorn made him look normal. He made great plays on one end, but at the same time, he still looked like he just looked normal. But he still was impactful. I'm not going to say he wasn't impactful. Travis was impactful, but he just doesn't look special. So I don't know how much I'm supposed to get that from the spring, but when the season comes along, I want to kind of see more of special or 5-star-ish You know what I'm saying? But we'll see because he hasn't had a lot of training. You know, he's been injured, but he's getting rehabbing and things like that. So yeah, I'll give him time. I'm just going to tell you what, just off my eye view, I'm just like, he just kind of look, You know what I'm saying? But listen, my overall thoughts. All right, overall thoughts. Listen, I know what a lot of people from the Caucasus Mountains are going to say, right? They're going to be like, oh, Scotty, we came out. Listen. And I know people were texting me like, oh, Scotty, you see all these people at the game and it's snowing. Listen, man, I've been around a lot of races in my time, right? I've been around a lot of people. White people just move differently. There's just certain things that they do that we as blacks do not do, okay? So you can't really, let's be honest, right? You can't really compare the two because we know black people, i.e. black women, don't mess around with precipitation. That ain't. A white girl gets her hair wet, it goes straight. A black woman gets her hair wet, it looks like a mop brush, okay? It's not the same. So when you see snow and you see rain and you see inclement weather, we as blacks do not run towards it. We run away from it, okay? That's just not what it is. So there's not a game. Now, maybe a championship game, maybe a rivalry game, you know, a spring game. There's not one black person in America that's going to think a spring game is that important to sit out in the cold, okay, while it's flurrying to watch a game that ain't real, okay? I don't want to speak for all the race, but I'm speaking for at least 65 to 70% of us, all right? That's just not, you're not going to make that make sense. But what I will say, okay, to support the Caucasus Mountains is that they care about football. At the end of the day, white people care about football. So you're going to get that crazy level of support because why? They just love the game. And what I will also say is ESPN ain't worth shit. And the reason I say that is they gave a half-ass production when they brought their ass down to Jackson compared to what they did bringing up to Colorado. And Colorado been ass. They've been goat ass. They've been ass. And all of a sudden, you bring in all the trucks, all the analysts, all the white people in the world to give on this big production. But when they was down in Jackson, they gave some half-ass production. You didn't know who the announcers were. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the announcers were, it might have been Jay and Tiffany, maybe. I love Jay and Tiffany, but you know what I'm saying? It was not to the level of this production, okay? You didn't have RG3 on the sidelines. You didn't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? So while you guys are over here dick riding ESPN, look how they are treating you. Look how they look at you. Think about this. Even with the same head coach, the same quarterback, the same 5-star DB, of what they gave Colorado and what they brought to Jackson, it is not the same. So I'm going to say this again. You keep letting this commissioner gas your head up about how much ESPN cares about you, and you just saw how they care about you as a conference, you as an individual, off the production they gave Colorado and off the production they brought to Jackson for their spring game. I'm going to just say that. That's all I'm going to say. You guys can take it how you want to, but I notice stuff like that, okay? I notice stuff like that. But you guys will be like, oh, got to be on ESPN. Oh, want to be on ESPN so bad. Oh, ESPN. Oh, the white man. Y'all love ESPN. Some stuff. Y'all love dick riding some ESPN. But ESPN does not like you. Just going to tell you that right now. Keep it going. Now, overall, it was good. Overall, it was entertaining. It is what it is. But as of right now, what I see on the field, maybe 4 wins. But once again, I can only evaluate what I saw on the field. I can't evaluate what. But see, that's my point. Colorado has been ass. Jackson State had already won a SWAC championship and went to the Celebration Bowl. So you put them on ESPN 2 or 3, and you put Colorado on ESPN, and Colorado been ass. You're literally selling hype. You are selling hype. Deion has done absolutely zero at Colorado, and you put them on ESPN when he had already won a SWAC championship and had gone to the Celebration Bowl, and you put them on ESPN 3 or ESPN 2. You see what? Anyway, right? So, listen, it is, and you're absolutely right. 4 games is progress. You're absolutely right. Going from 1-11 in 4 games, that is progress beyond progress. So, got to give them that. If this man goes out and wins 6 games, they need to build a statue of Deion Sanders. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Okay? If he goes out and he wins 6 games at Colorado, Bama's need to build a statue. Just hey, listen, I don't care what because you ain't winning no national championship. You can just get that out your head. So if you can take Alabama to a bowl game and you win a bowl game, build a statue. Go ahead and build a statue. All right. Call lines are open 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. Dre, coming to you, babe. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's good? He talked to me.
So I actually went to the spring game. Me, a couple of partners actually went to check it
that's
out.
what's up, man. Talk to me. How was it?
It was packed. It was as packed as remember when we both ended up going to Alcorn versus Jackson Prime's first year?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was crazy.
Like
that was crazy.
It was packed like that. So I'll give you something that you probably couldn't see on TV. That first pass Travis got, when he got tackled, somebody rolled up on his ankle.
He fumbled
from
too.
there, he was basically gingerly not trying to, not at 100, not trying to go all out. He was basically like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And you could tell that.
Yeah.
So you can't tell that out on the TV, but you could tell if you was at the game. Somebody rolled up on his ankle. The environment was crazy though. It was a great environment. They got this thing, and white folks are different than black folks. I chose to sit at the top because I wanted to be able to see everything without people being in front of me. And so it was doing some flurries because it snowed last night. I got in last night, and they got this thing in Colorado where they throw snow at folks, like throw and random folks in the stand.
We fighting.
And I think about it now. I can't get snow because my back is to like my back is to like the wall, so I'm good. But I'm watching them folks just throw it. I'm like, oh no, this can't happen. I'm like, A&T, we don't do stuff like that.
Oh no. Listen, black people have unwritten rules in certain situations like that.
Yeah.
That's why black people can't go in places like that.
Once again, I think it's just something they do.
Yeah.
Because they get so much snow randomly. But all in all, it was a great. Everybody was there. Like it was flooded. Like the white folks turned out. It was absolutely a great event to go to. It was packed, absolutely packed. So, but yeah, that was really the thing to tell you about Travis because you just can't see that on TV. And the first play, then he caught a screen or something. he got tackled, but somebody rolled up on his ankle, and he came up gingerly. They tried to shake it off a little bit, but from then, he was just basically on some, let's go through the motions, get out of here healthy.
Yep, I mean, at the end of the day, that's all you can really ask for in the spring game, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, going live and, you know, just doing, and especially hitting, you know what I'm saying? So that's all you can really do. Anything about Colorado, what they do and how they do it outside of snow that you were just like, oh man, that's cool, that's different, you know? Anything about the stadium that was dope or anything like that?
Stadium's nice. They put money into it. It was easy to park. You know, parking was only like $10. Easy to get. I mean, because I rented a car, so when I got to the airport, no, I mean it was easy. I'm staying in downtown Denver, like a 23-minute drive. I mean, like I said, they got them. It was everybody. Like you see, that thing was deep. Like it was absolutely. They showed out, and like I said, they care about football. It was you out there with their babies. And also, I would say this: the weather's not bad. I'll say that. I wore a Nike Tech hoodie, some joggers, and I was cool. Wore a t-shirt under it. And the weather's not that bad. Like you could tolerate it. So me and my partner, I left midway through the third because I wanted to beat the traffic.
Yeah.
I didn't want to end up on that traffic, but the weather's not as bad. They don't have wind, you know.
And that's listen, people who don't really deal with cold states, that's what gets you. It's not the cold, it's the wind factor, the wind chill. When they say a wind chill factor of something, I've been to upstate New York. I'm talking about 20 minutes away from Canada. And it would literally
like
be
Buffalo and everything. Rochester, I've been up there.
It would be like 10 degrees, but they would say like a -5 wind chill factor. That means with the wind makes it feel like -5. So yes,
all you needed was a good hoodie, short or long sleeve shirt. You would have been all right. But it was a good, like I said, I mean, it was packed, like concessions was packed. That thing had a lot of folks out there. Like it was, like I said, it was a good experience. Everybody was there. So,
all right, man. Any last question? The concessions, the food, anything like, you know, you're like, oh shoot, man, they got this, they got that. Because you know, like when I remember when I went to
they had full pork, which I mean I don't eat pork, but I mean they serve everything. Everybody, they had what's it called? Ice cane. They were selling paraphernalia outside the stadium and everything. What I do like is they had like 5 entrances. It was easy to get in and out.
Oh wow! That's the stuff that HBCUs need to go up to these white schools and logistics and how they get stuff done. That's really what HBCUs really need to learn about because
easy to get out. Like it was real. I mean, real easy to get in and out. They had concessions have like they had a lot, but they had like 5 people taking money. Well, I don't think they take cash, but they have 5 people taking money. So you ain't waiting on 2. You ain't in a line waiting on 1 person to take your order. It's 5 people taking orders.
Yeah, see that's the thing with HBCUs, and that they just need to do better logistics, man. Because there's too many games where you're literally in line for like 2, like you got to come to the game 2 hours early and sit in a line for another hour just to get into, you know what I'm saying, just to get into the stadium, you know what I'm saying. So on that aspect, I hope, you know.
And also they serve beer, which I kind of you forget that they're, you know, Coors Light is out here, so they serve beer, and you know, a lot of folks have beer, and you know, so I mean, but like I said, the only thing that really threw me off is when students started throwing snowballs in the stands, and they were just, me and my boy from Houston's laughing, and I'm like, yo, there's no way if I was sitting down there, somebody hit me, they're going to kick me out. Because I get hit. I get hit with a snowball. But I chose my seat, and I was like I chose my seat to be where my back is to the wall. I wanted to be somewhere high where I could see everything. And then I chose a seat that was like close to the bathroom. So if I needed to go to the restroom, I wanted to be somewhere I could get in and out quickly. But for the experience, I wouldn't mind going to see when they play USC. I wouldn't mind going to that game.
You better get your tickets now. You know what I'm saying? You better get your tickets right now.
Well, they ain't dropped for the general admission ticket. They just, if you got a season ticket,
you're good.
I mean, they just so season ticket. So they ain't got the general jumps yet.
Oh, okay. But all right, man. Appreciate the call, though, Dre. I'm glad you had a good time, man.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, that's the prime effect, man. That is the prime effect. You know what I'm saying? My man Dre wouldn't have gone up to Colorado if Prime went up there. That's the prime effect. Hey, Coach Green, coming to you.
What's up, man?
What's goody, man?
Long time.
What's good, man? Long time. You know, the season is it's here. It's here. What's up?
Yeah. Well, this is my question to you. You know, I had to throw a little pettiness in it, so I'm gonna have to ask this question. If Colorado have success, how long do Prime stay at Colorado? Because we all know he don't never stay in one place too long.
If I'm being honest, Coach Greg, I think it's literally just to see his son go to the league and he's done with coaching. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think it's even about moving to the next place. If I'm being a whole buck with you though, what I would love to see is Deion come back in the SWAC and go to FAMU. Like, because I know Willie Simmons. I know Willie Simmons is going to go. He's going to get picked up by a Power 5 sooner or later. I would love to see him to come back and come into the SWAC and go to like a FAMU. I think that would be tremendous. I would love it. I think that'd be crazy. But go ahead.
I feel you on that, but this is my opinion. One of the Texas jobs open up, he would take it.
You talking about college Texas? Like UT?
UT, A&M. They ain't too far from where he used to live at, where his original house at.
That's fair. Man, listen, I think UT would be man, listen. If he went to UT, oh my freaking God. That would be and then UT's in the SEC now.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that would be.
You think about that.
I totally forgot. They are going to the. Oh yeah. I would love that. That's a nice move right there. If he leaves Colorado and goes to UT, yeah, I love it. I mean, listen, I'm a Prime at Florida State. I think that's a perfect situation. But. Listen, man. If Prime is successful at Colorado, I would love anywhere bigger. Like, because I was talking to a podcast that covers Auburn, and I was trying to explain to them. I'm like, listen, man, you don't truly understand the Prime effect until it hits you. Until you're in the midst of it, you don't understand what it's like. So. So I said that to him when Deion was in the process of, interviewing for jobs and stuff like that. And so I hit him up maybe like 2 weeks ago. And I said, you see what's going on at Colorado? Imagine if he was at Auburn. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's like the impact that Deion has is just transcendent. You know what I'm saying? So if he goes, go ahead.
And this is the thing. The one that's most likely to open, because, your boy been having a bad year. Fisher. Jumbo.
Yeah, they got long money to eat that and keep it pushing. They're
gonna try to throw money at him.
And if I was, if I'm Deion, I'm taking it because the job recruits itself. See, the issue that he has at Colorado is trying to convince young black men in the South to come to Colorado. That's not pleasant. I got family in Texas. They don't even want to come to Maryland. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even nowhere near Colorado. Cold. You know what I'm saying? So trying to convince young black men in the South to come to Colorado it's a hard task. But if you in the state of Texas and you can lock down your own state, and then you just so happen to move over to Louisiana and Alabama and Georgia and Mississippi, and you get them kids too, man. It's crazy. So I would love to see it, man. I really would.
Yeah. Yeah. And then one of the things you talk about, the prime effect. If he have 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 wins this year,
dog.
And Jumbo Fisher don't have a good year, and they decide to let him go,
dog.
You don't think they're gonna try to throw a whole lot of money at him?
All Deion has to do, if Deion wins, if he goes 6-5, he would, in my opinion, you have to give him Coach of the Year in the Pac-12. That's just my personal opinion. Because think about what he had to do. He had to get rid of the team that went 1-11. He has to completely renovate the team, and then you got to beat USC, UCLA, Oregon State. You got to beat one of the Nebraska. You got to beat one of these teams that were not as bad as you. So if he goes 6-5 or 7-4, build that man a damn statue. And if I'm Texas A&M, I'm coming to get you, because once again, you just see the impact of what a Deion is. But this is the kicker. You got to understand, it's Shador. It's a package deal. So now you're moving Shador out the Pac-12 into the SEC for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? And you don't. It's just you got to think about that stuff, right? So he would have to run it back again just for that next year. And then if he wants to take the Texas A&M job, then I would go from there.
I think Shador going pro though. If he had the year that he had when he was in the SWAC, he going pro.
Well, we shall see. We shall see. Anything else, Coach Green, before I let you go?
That's it. That's pretty much it right there.
All right, man. All right, see you for the regular.
I got something. Hey, one of the funniest things, I've talked to a JSU fan, and they'll talk about all the people that hit the transfer portal for Colorado. I say, that's the same thing he did when he was at Jackson.
Facts. Hit it hard.
Everything people say, he did the exact same thing. He moving in the exact same way.
Yeah.
So that's all I got, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it. All right, Mr. Nash, coming to you. Then Rocky coming to you. What's up, Mr. Nash?
Hey, how you doing, Scott?
What's goody?
You mentioned that you see Deion winning 4 games, 4 to 6 games. Which 4 teams you think that he may beat in the conference?
They
have a tough schedule.
Let me look at their schedule real quick. All right, let me see. University of Colorado football schedule 2023. All right, so I'm about to share it with everybody. Hold on.
Sorry, I didn't put you on the spot like that.
No, you good. Window, boom. Here you go. All right, so I'm looking at it right now. Okay, so TCU is an L. Nebraska is 50-50. You got to give Nebraska, because they're in rebuild, just like Colorado's in a rebuild, right? Colorado State could be a dub. Oregon's a loss. USC is a loss. Arizona State that could be a win. That could be a win.
Ooh.
Stanford. I'm going to go 60-40 Stanford. UCLA. They can get got. Oregon State can get got. Arizona can get got. Washington State can get got. Utah, that's a loss. So, and that's me being. I'm gonna give you worst case scenario and best case scenario, right? Worst case scenario: TCU loss, Nebraska loss, Colorado State will win, Oregon loss, USC loss, Arizona State loss, Stanford loss, UCLA loss. Oregon State win, Arizona win, Washington State win. So that's still 4 wins, and Utah is a loss. That's the floor to me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, the highest one is maybe adding Arizona State for a win and adding Stanford as a win, and that gets you to 6 right there. So
okay, and last but not least, I know you said I mean cut y'all. No, you said Deion probably tie out the Shador leads, and which I do agree with that, because I think you're trying to get Shador to the NFL. But I would love to see what Deion do after that, is come to the SWAC to be the commissioner.
I'm all for that, because I think he would garner a lot of deals that he can perpetuate throughout the whole SWAC, unlike the commissioner in sitting. Get some good TV deals. But once again, when you're dealing with Deion, he is going to take a chop off. He's going to take a piece of the top. anything that Deion, anything. If you bring Deion as a SWAC commissioner, understand you're going to pay his salary and you're going to pay him commission for everything he brings into you. So you're going to be double paying him, just like Jackson State was as a head coach. So understand what that is.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Keep up the good work, man.
Hey, anytime, Mr. Nash. Appreciate you.
All right.
Hey, Rocky, coming to you then. 14-10, you're next. What's up, Rock?
Man, what's up, man? I called to talk about the game, but, man, y'all having SWAC dreams again about Deion coming back in all his glory, man. Deion ain't coming back, man. Deion ain't coming. Hey, y'all would have to hire Shalimar as head coach for Deion to come back, man. Y'all, he ain't coming back, man. He's not coming back to the SWAC. Y'all forget about that. It's long gone. He'll show up for appearance fee or something like that. Y'all name it. If y'all name it the Prime Athletic Conference, maybe he'll come back. But I don't see him coming back for anything, like commissioner or another coaching job, in my opinion. Because, after you get that $5 million bag or that 5 over 30, I don't think SWAC got much to offer as far as that's concerned. Because that's real bread. And he's not gonna be he's not the same coach. He's not viewed the same way in coaching that he was when he came into the SWAC. Like when he came into the SWAC, man, he was almost unhireable as a head coach in college football, bro. You know what I mean? And the SWAC gave him a shot, and he cashed in on it, right? So, what can the SWAC offer? If something blow up after year one, and Deion ends up on the market again, what can a SWAC school offer Deion to make him come back and coach in the SWAC?
Well, I'll say this. Well, the whole thing was not in the sense of what he is now, because the whole goal right now is to get Shedeur to the league. So that's
absolutely.
That's not even, yeah. So I'm talking. This is after Shedeur is drafted, not drafted, or he's done with his college career. To me, the only reason he comes back into the SWAC is to become a legend in a different version of, I helped build this conference to where it could be in the future. So if he comes back and be a commissioner, if he comes back to be anything else or a head coach at FAMU or whatever, that's his prerogative. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people just do it because they can, not because they have an ulterior motive. It's just like, when I was there, they showed me love.
But when have you seen Deion move without having what's in it for me at the top of his mind?
Once again, I'm not saying that he doesn't have an agenda. I'm just saying Deion can always have a personal agenda of, hey, if I go to FAMU, I'm back in Florida, I can do this, I got these connections or whatever. But to coach and to be a part of the SWAC, it could be for something totally different of just like, yo, I love the environment. I love when I was down in the SWAC. I love the camaraderie. I love the family. I love the blackness of it. It could be just, that's why he wants to come back to it. Doesn't mean he don't have his ulterior motives of give me money on the side. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that at all. But it could probably just be like, I want this. But understandably, I get what you're saying. Once you're at Colorado and you've had all those experiences as a head coach and you've lived this high life as a head coach in the Power 5, it's hard to go back to peanut butter and jelly. It's hard. It's hard, man.
And to be honest with you, Scotty, there are some other schools that what I'm saying is, even if Deion, after year two, not successful, and he has to fall back a notch, right? There's so many other places to fall back. You know what I mean? There's South Florida, there's Central Florida, there's Florida Atlantic. You know what I mean? There's so many other places that he could possibly fall into that has the perception of being above the SWAC. You dig what I'm saying?
I feel
like. Go ahead.
No, I feel you. I agree. You're right.
So that's why I say it's a dream. Not that he wouldn't do it, but I don't think he will ever be in the situation he was in when he took the Jackson State job. I don't think he'll ever be in that situation again as a coach. And that situation is why he had to take the Jackson State job if you know, in my opinion, he would have coached somewhere else if they had given the opportunity. But again, considering his resume, he really didn't deserve a head coaching opportunity. And Jackson State had and Ashley Robinson had the courage to hire a guy, you know, with no resume as a head coach, as a college head coach or a college coach at all. And they hired him and they cashed in on him, man. So again, I don't see him coming back, but I really like everything I saw today. Just talk about the spring game. I like everything I saw. I don't expect the talent level to get right this year. You know what I mean? Because even if he does bring in a lot of high-value recruits and transfers, they still have to gel. They still have to come together. They still have to learn the system. Like, I don't see it happening in 1 year, man. And so he may win for, 3, 4, 5 games, but I don't see him doing anything more than that, man, because a Power 5 conference is a very different.
Hey, Rocky, I'm sorry, bro. Your background is killing me, bro. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep it going, bro. Your background is absolutely killing me. I'm so sorry. Hey, Dukes, you gotta wait. Mr. DeGratier is a member, so he gets to cut the line. What's up, Mr. DeGratier?
Man, what's going on? Offscript, Mr. Scotty. Hey, good to be on the show. Hey, everybody hit the likes up. Someone said there's almost 500 people in here. You should see at least half of that in likes.
Absolutely. Get the likes up.
So I just want to, I got my 2 minute timer here. So I just want to talk about what you were talking about ESPN earlier in the conversation. ESPN has always been trash. ESPN has no interest in promoting the culture, the lifestyle, the excitement, and all the things that we have enjoyed at HBCUs. So when I go to the games, the band has to compete with ESPN marketing and commercials to play to the audience. And, as a band member and someone who goes to listen to the band, it has been frustrating to see ESPN take over all the time where the band would normally play. And now that, in the Celebration Bowl and then the SWAC versus MEAC Challenge, you see Mickey Mouse and his drum majors come out and do a little halftime opening, which I just think is hilarious to see. But this is the connection I want to draw to everybody. ESPN is owned by Disney. Disney is in a lot of financial trouble right now. Over the next 3 years, Disney has to cut $5.5 billion out of their streaming budget. So Bob Iger is in a lot of trouble. Disney, you got Marvel in trouble, you got Star Wars in trouble, and you got ESPN in trouble. I'm suspecting there's going to be some shakeup at ESPN in the near future, and things are going to change across the sports scenario, the sports paradigm. So that's why I wanted to mention, like, hey, things are going to change at ESPN, and I hope it gets better for the HBCUs because of it. Thanks for what you're doing on Script, Scotty. You're doing a great job. Keep it going. Get those likes up, people.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Listen, what I've realized about companies is that it's hard, especially a company that has a board, which I assume Disney has a board. When your board is not for what you're looking for, they will vote you out, right? So if you bring in a CEO that's for diversity, if you bring in a CEO that's for change or whatever, and Dukes, I promise you I'm going to get to you. Just bear with me. 1410, I promise I'm going to get to you. Just give me a couple minutes. When you bring in somebody who doesn't see what the board or doesn't fit with the board, thinks the company should go, they're going to just vote you out. So do I see Disney putting an emphasis on HBCUs? Absolutely not. Do I see because you guys, listen, man, at some point in time, at the end of the day, and I know this is supposed to be about Deion Sanders spring game, but we're taking it everywhere because that's why it's called Offscript anyway. At some point in time, you have to be self-reliant. Okay? I keep telling people all the time, you got to be self-reliant. You have to be doing everything listen, it's no different than anything you do in life. You prepare yourself. What's up, my boy? What's up? What's up, Dad? What's goody, man? You prepare yourself in everything you do. Why? Because you want to have success in your life. You go to school, you get your master's, you stay up late, you study, you tutor, you intern, you do all the things necessary for you to build your own self up or pull yourself by bootstraps or whatever. Are there people there to assist you? Absolutely. Right? But at some point in time, and I'm going to keep yelling this to the mountaintops. I don't give a damn if all y'all be like, Scotty, you say this all the time. I'm going to keep saying it. There is no reason why the SWAC cannot coagulate, and the MEAC, both of them sorry-ass commissioners, if they can coagulate and put all the spring games in a central location so we can all watch them. I was doing research. I said, you know what, Scotty? Myself said, I said, let's just go do some research. Just bit my tongue. Let's just do some research and look at what the big boys are doing. Look at the other white schools. Well, the Big Ten Network was playing Nebraska's spring game. That's just what that is, right? So that's what you have to do. If you care about your product, and if you keep having this lion-ass commissioner talking about we're a super conference, you don't show you're a super conference. You don't show that you even care about your conference because you don't do the damn due diligence to make sure everybody can see your conference. I'm going to Dukes right now. 1410 coming to you. Hey, caller, you're live.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty?
What's goody?
Yeah, I watched the spring game today, and I saw a little bit of excitement. But the reason I called, I want to kind of go back to what I think his name, Coach Green, was saying. And I'm with you. When Shedeur finished playing, Deion ain't going to coach college football. I have a feeling Deion is going to be coaching in the NFL. And the reason I say that, Shedeur had never played a game, hardly, besides when Deion was out sick, without his dad. Jerry Jones told Deion at that Hall of Fame game, you and I need to sit down and talk. And I'm just wondering, my mind went to, what do they need to sit down and talk about? Jerry ain't enthused with Mike McCarthy. We damn sure know he don't really like Dak Prescott. Deion in his eyes can do no wrong. If Shedeur has a good season these next 2 years in Colorado, and Colorado does a decent job as far as record-wise, I just have a feeling Jerry going to pull Deion into the NFL, going to draft Shedeur, and it's going to send Mike McCartney and Dak Prescott about their business.
Okay. Let me say this, and what's your name, sir?
Dukes.
Tony. Mr. Dukes. All right, listen. One, Deion, and Deion could have been lying, but he said he doesn't like the NFL because people, he can't, because players get paid and they don't really work hard and all that type of stuff. All right, so that's one. Yep. Two, what Deion brings to college, he cannot bring to the NFL, right? So recruits come to Colorado or Jackson because of Deion, right? You cannot have, and you will not have NFL players going to Dallas because of Deion. Now, you might have defensive backs. You might have defensive backs be like, hey, Deion, cool, I want to learn from Deion. You might have that. But with the salary cap, with NFL players and all that, you won't have players just bun rushing into Dallas because they want to. And with the NFL draft and with Scott, it's a lot of variables in the NFL that Deion, just because he's Deion, does not affect him in coaching. I'm not saying Deion won't be successful. I'm not saying Deion can't do it. I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, I don't think that's a great fit. And I'm a Cowboys fan. Okay, so I don't think it's logical if Jerry Jones did that, and I don't think Stephen Jones would allow them to go that way. And I don't think the first black head coach of the Dallas Cowboys is going to be Deion Sanders. So
I tell you what, Scotty, if there's ever a first black head coach, I think Deion Sanders would be it under Jerry Jones. Now, mind you, it has to be under Jerry Jones.
I will see. The thing about that is that Deion, I do believe, I would agree with you on this. If Deion became the head coach of Dallas, Jerry Jones he will make a killing in Dallas just because just because of Deion. Okay, just off the hype alone. Just off the hype alone, you're going to get some money because of Deion Sanders. But listen, we as Cowboy fans, we gonna believe the hype every year. Super Bowl, baby. That's the motto. We know what it is. We know what it is. If you're a Cowboys fan, you know the motto. Say it with me every year. Super Bowl. All right.
I know.
But if that don't come with no W's or that high stepping in prime timing and stuff, that shit don't mean nothing in Dallas if it don't come behind some W's. Okay. So listen, I'm telling you, we don't play that in Dallas now. We don't play that in Dallas. But hey, Mr. Dukes,
that's why he got to pull some wins. But I'll holler at you though.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Woo, man, that'd be a tough one. That'd be a tough one right there. Gabe, coming to you. What's up, G?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
I was looking at the spring game too, and I'll say this right here. Offensively wise, can you say JSU Boulder? Because
JSU Boulder?
I don't see no difference in their offensive style.
I mean, okay, you don't need, listen, at the end of the day, G, you don't need to change your offensive style because that's what fits Shador. That doesn't even make sense. Like, why would I go opposite of what I brought Shador to be my quarterback? Why would I go against of what he does well?
That's true. I mean, that's all I was saying. And then, hey, they better do something about their damn special team, because their kicking team, they got blocked twice.
That's fair. That is fair. Listen, if you
but other than that, Shador did his thing, and like you said about Travis, I don't know if he was hurt or whatnot, but yeah, he did look kind of just kind of ordinary like. But all in all, it was all right. That's all I really got to say, man. I'm gonna holler at you.
Hey, appreciate it, G. Hey, listen, I look at it like this, man. If you got Jeremiah Brown looking good, something is wrong with your unit. If you got Jeremiah Brown looking like he can play football, something is wrong with that unit, and it needs to be fixed immediately. Can I say that? I think I can say that. I'm just going to say that right now. So that's just my opinion on the block kicks and everything like that. But, to each his own. To each his own, man. But overall, I thought the spring game was a nice little experience and stuff like that. And, listen. Listen, at the end of the day, man, I'm a Deion fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to always hold Bama's accountable. That just is what it is. So do I hope Deion comes into the Pac-12 and wrecks shop? Absolutely. Listen, I enjoy the ride if it goes up or if it goes down. I'm here to enjoy the ride, okay? I'm here to enjoy the ride. That means if it's a demise or if it's an arise, I'm here to enjoy it. Now, for Jackson State, I am here for the demise. I'm here for the straight plunging. I am here for the crash and burn. That's what I'm waiting for. Because I'm just so, listen, okay? I'm just sick and tired of them being, I'm just tired of their mouth. So I'm waiting for the crash and burn. That's simply what I'm looking for. All right? So it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So if Colorado goes 2-10 to 2-9, I'm going to be right here chuckling the whole way through. If they go 6-5, I'm going to be like, damn, Deion really doing it. You know what I'm saying? So either way, it's a win, okay? Because one is content and two, it's content. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, guys, listen. I do not know what time the fight comes on because I'm not much of a boxing fan. So if somebody can let me know in the chat what time the boxing match comes on, because I'm going to do the Grambling review at 8:00. Okay. So I'm going to take this caller. I'm going to get my ass off and I'm going to come on at 8:00 and I'm going to do the spring game reviews in total. So I'm going to do PV, Grambling, and all them guys. All right. Had some guys do some scouting for me who were at the game. So I got some stuff for you guys. Hey, call you live.
What's good, Scotty, man? It's Chris, man. I just want to say, I actually somewhat like what I saw from Colorado. I feel like they need more depth in the offensive and the defensive lines. But of course, that's gonna come with time. I understand, Deion just getting there. They gonna, recruit better. But I really think, I see how you do like all these segments on like finance and all that. You need to do a segment on college football, just teaching people college football, because I seriously think, now I'm a football fan of all levels, but I seriously think that like 75% of the people that are in the comments or that watching this show, they don't know like football. Like they don't know like just like they know sweat football, but they don't know, you know what I'm saying, like college football as a whole. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Jackson State does. I don't think it would be like, I think it would be fall off, of course, but I don't think it would be like, just like an epic failure of a season. I don't see them going to the SWAC championship. Of course I don't see them going to the Celebration Bowl. But
all right, let me say this, right? There's always a level of knowledge that's going to be a disconnect for your audience and viewers, right? What I try to do is I try to dumb it down or try to make it easy for people to. I try to talk high level football for people who know high level football, and then I try to dumb it down and make it Barney for people who don't, right? I love soccer, but do I know all the intricacies of soccer and the formations and all that type of? No, I don't. Do I care to know? No, I don't. But does that stop me from watching soccer? No, it does not. So there's levels of understanding that sometimes you have to just leave people at, right? Because they don't care to understand the nuances of certain things of, why this is this and why this is that and why this is this. They just want to watch football and enjoy it and tell them why something bad happened or something didn't bad happen. But I will do stuff high level football for people who like to know that type of stuff. So, I it's not that something I'm opposed to, but it's not something I feel like I have to do because of the simple fact that everybody don't care for the nuances. They just want to enjoy the game and watch it and go home. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of know your audience.
Hey, for real, but that coach's tape that you be having, you know what I'm saying? When you go through and you show the different formations and the different looks and the different sets, like that's it right there. I absolutely love when you do that. Because I try to watch a lot of HBCU football, even though it's hard. But I just absolutely love when you get the coach's tape and you go through and you dissect, every single, playing formation. That's a hella dope.
I got you. I can do that. I can do more of that. Yeah, I'll do more of that for you.
Yeah, man, for sure. But yeah, man, great job, man. I'm tuned in for sure.
Hey, man, appreciate the call, bro.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna break down more video. I can do that. All right. I tell Paris, I'm telling you, Paris, if y'all coming for JSU, boy, she is shooting you from a sniper. Like, shut up, bing, shut up. She will put you in the goulash. All right, but listen, I appreciate everybody for tuning into this. Give me about 30 minutes, about 8 o'clock, 8:15. I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna do the HBCU full recap. We're going PV, we going UAPB. We're going, nobody cares about Bethune, so we're going to skip over that. And I'm going to go Grambling, all right? But listen, if I'm not able to do it today, I will definitely do it tomorrow, all right? So just keep that in mind. Matter of fact, don't be late, Scotty. Listen, I got to make graphics, Paris. I got to make graphics, okay? I don't like to just come on here and talk. I got to make graphics because y'all Bamas is visual, all right? So got to make graphics. So give me some time. I'm going to make the graphics. I'm going to chop it up real quick. I'm going to bring it on. I'm going to throw it up. Boom. We're going to get right into it. All right. So listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless. Hey, listen. Hey, that CU5 was hot tonight. Woo! Hey. Ho, 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 ho. Ha, ha, ha. Go Colorado! Go Buffs! Oh, man. Oh. I'll be back. Peace. Oh, Jesus Christ.